If I go with Kel, be quick to roll. Be quick to drive.
Kel?
He didn't take no time.
Kel want his whip, dog. That's what he probably want. He probably not need my whip.
What? Just get up in New York and not drive nowhere?
Drive nowhere.
But see, he in Queens, he got a house. And he ain't got to worry about parking.
Yeah, but shit, if you moving around in the city.
Yeah, you got to worry. And that's another thing.
Parking in the
Parking
city.
in the city is ridiculous.
Oh, it should be like $36.50.
Yeah.
Like, it should just be random.
The garage field, it's just the traffic. It's like my friend, she don't even drive but shit.
Yeah, you don't need to drive, really.
Walk
Walk
up
and get the
car,
train.
unless she just going out long hours somewhere shopping. But she don't move her shit. Cause then if you move, cause she in Brooklyn, oh my goodness, Brooklyn like the new Manhattan.
Yeah. The shit out of Barclay look like it's popping.
Oh, that's where she lives. We can walk to the Barclay from my house.
Right there, black.
You go see the Knicks. Go see the Nets or something. Real quick.
We definitely gotta catch a game next year, bro. Seriously this time. I know we talked about that shit.
You did that shit.
He got the connect. We need to be out. He need to like, y'all, we gonna get some. I don't care, just be in the top roof of that bitch. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want to be at the top.
I do want some good seats, but you know, you gotta pay for that shit. Niggas don't want to pay for it.
You gotta pay to play, bro. Pay
I don't know. Cause that's all like Saints tickets for the scan club level for like $200.
You gotta pay to play.
I don't mind paying. You know what hell? I'll sit my back.
Yeah, I ain't going up to that roof.
Nigga, the roof nigga be like, James, you saw that play? I gotta wear my glasses.
I might as well say we go to the fucking bar around the corner from the
Nigga be like, I can't see that shit.
I rather go to the bar around the corner from
Them days are over. I tell you all the time that shit. Them days are over, bro.
Yeah, true that. It's about the experience for real.
Pay to play.
Yeah, no doubt. We talk about these finals.
Hello? Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna call you back. I'm doing a call. I'm gonna call you.
Donald was like, dog, I'm on the Zoom. I'm like, dog, this shit started at 4. Huh? I didn't record it. Yeah. No, I didn't record it. Not.
Oh, you never recorded it?
Nah.
I thought you recorded.
Nah.
Go ahead, man.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Just because that's why he got up. Like, oh, you recording. What up, what up? We're back for another episode of the Armin Brothers Podcast. This is episode 13, fellas. How you doing today?
We good, baby. We Gucci. It's been a long time. Feel like we've been gone forever.
It's been going for a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, it feels like
Has it been a couple of weeks?
we didn't do nothing last week.
It was only 1 week. 1 week.
It was only 1 week.
Feel like
A
long.
couple weeks for you.
Yeah, feel long.
Was
Yep,
it a
it
couple,
was
yeah,
out.
a couple weeks from now.
A couple of weeks for you. So
Was it a couple weeks?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
wasn't here.
a couple weeks. Yeah, a couple
how your
weeks.
week been going? It's been going good?
Easy breezy, baby. Quick week.
How you about yourself, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You
How's
know
your
the
fourth?
weather. The fourth was chill, man. Ain't really. I went down to the harbor. Had my son, you know, every weekend.
Mhm.
They did the little fireworks at
DC?
Baysock Stadium. So I can just see them shit from the house. So
The Bayside. Oh, what's
Bowie,
that? Bowie?
Bowie,
Oh, okay.
Bayside.
Warriors farm
Yeah.
team.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so yeah, it was chill, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, we got to do the upcoming show we ain't never do too. I guess from the 4th to the difference between the 4th
Yeah. Was it
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth?
Juneteenth.
Yeah. Man, listen.
Yeah.
You planned it, we're there.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Combo with Key,
We're
baby.
Instagram away.
I get it ready to get everybody pictures, put the flyer out, beam it out.
So there it is, fellas. You know we got folks, we got a show coming.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know we just told you the topic, so you better get ready for it.
That's our versatility, baby.
All right, man. So let's get into what we got going on with the sports. We got a guest today. We got Tarik Robinson. So this is gonna be a good look. We're gonna talk to him about a lot of things we got going on. But before that, we gotta talk about what's going on in these NBA finals. It's
Yo, Bucks.
hey, listen, they my Bucks. They my Bucks. I like the Suns too. Don't get it wrong. I just feel like matchup wise, personally, I feel like the Bucks is a better. It should be a more competitive matchup in my opinion.
No doubt.
Right, so we'll go around the table real quick and just get your thoughts initially about the first 2 games of the finals.
Yeah, man. I mean, Phoenix putting on a clinic, bro. Just from the ball movement, man, the passing. Crowder didn't have a big game in the first game. Then Mikal Bridges come back in game 2, give me 27. And it's just tough because, like I said, Milwaukee just can't get going with Drew Holiday. Middleton kind of turned it around in the second half of the second game, but they need all
First
three.
game.
Yeah, first game he started playing. I mean, even second game he struggled early. Then he kind of
He
started
hit
hitting
some
some
shots
shots.
in the second half.
But they need Drew Holiday, bro. They brought that boy there for a reason, right? They brought him there to be that 3-and-D guy, play the D, but still give you 17, 18. Right? And I think if they give him that, I think they can win 1 or 2 games. But game 3 is a must-win because if not, they're gonna get swept. But the ball movement, it comes down to Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul is carving them boys up on that pick and roll, bro. It don't matter who on him. Game 1, they put Tucker on him, which I didn't like that matchup on him because it's just wasting a good defender. Right? Tucker's not a good on-ball defender. He's more aggressive, fighting like we was fighting with KD. So I would put him on Booker that they did in the second game. But so far, bro, Bulls and Holder don't have no answer for what Monty Williams is getting them, dog. It's just like the Bucks is like, all right, Giannis, hit the ball, top of the key, go make a play. Middleton, hit the ball, go take a play. Drew Holiday, come off pick and roll, shoot bad shots. Phoenix, they moving the ball, they hitting the mid-range, they kicking it to the corner. If they don't have that shot in the corner, you saw the ball moving on one play, bro. They passed the ball about 7 times, bro, on that 8-and-1. It's just, the Bucks they just look like a team that's just not well coached. I mean, we've always talked about Bulls the Holes as a bad coach, and I think it's really showing up big time tonight. I mean, this series, because they're not giving them that, bro. It's tough, bro. Like, Giannis giving him everything Giannis can give him, but at the same time, Giannis can't do it all. You know, Giannis can't give him everything, but he's doing what he can on the bad knee. I don't even think his knee really healthy, but he gutting it out. And just for me, I think Phoenix, bro, just got too much for him, dog, and it might be too much to overcome.
Yeah, you hit a lot of good points on there. The thing is showing too is, I don't know what type of team Milwaukee is on offense. If I was a coach, I would run my offense through Middleton and what's his name, Drew Holiday, because you know Giannis gonna get his points, right?
Yep.
And you don't need set plays for Giannis, but they gotta come out actually running set plays, because right now, like, I don't even know what type of offense y'all run. It's like everybody take a chance, everybody make a play. It's like
Your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn.
It's like the dumbest. They play so dumb to me. You got Brook Lopez, who was a good post player. Why you got him out there, but at the 3-point line? I don't understand.
That's
You know
what he
I'm
do,
saying?
though. I mean, that's kind of what he should.
That's what he do. But when he's in the paint, once you saw when Giannis got hurt in the Atlanta series, he was in the paint. That's how they started killing Atlanta, because they was killing them because they were too small. But I just don't. I think they got to just start running the offense through Drew and early to get them off going early to get them in the offense sets, not just get a ball. No, not just.
No, they did.
No, I'm saying they wasn't running sets. It's more,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to pass you the ball, go and figure out how to score.
You're not making it
setting
easy for them.
Not setting up stuff to get them in the sweet spot, running plays to get them coming all pinned down, post up on Chris Paul. None of that. It's like, all right, here go make a play.
Yeah.
Not just saying that. They need to start coming up with a game plan to get Middleton and Drew in their sweet spot, like running actually sets. I don't see no sets. It's clear the pass, Gianni goes straight ahead. Full.
Yep.
All right, we're going to get the ball to Middleton on the elbow, 2 dribble. Because Phoenix got guards that can play defense.
Yep.
They, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like the Brooklyn series where you can take advantage of their guards on offense. These guys gonna make you work. They're gonna have and if you ain't running no set to free them up, they're gonna have a hand in your face. They're gonna get gritty. So, and that's the thing. People look at Phoenix. Phoenix was top, I think, 3 or 4 all year in defense.
Right, but yeah, and that's where you attack Booker.
But that's what I'm saying. But if
Booker,
you ain't
out of all of them on defense, Booker the worst one.
But if you ain't running sets to expose him,
Yep.
you just sitting at the top of the key now to help slide over in the paint, to help him come. Well, you got to now kick it or sell it for a shot. That's what I'm saying. So they got to come up with a game plan and game, because Giannis going to get his 25, 30 points without running sets. But the other ones, you got to run sets. Even I like even though the kid, he's not a great defender, but he can hit shots and make Chris Paul and them stay honest. Forbes. He need to play a little more in this series.
They ain't getting nothing off their bench.
Yeah, because
Connaughton don't give him a little bit.
so I would play Ford more. Even I might come out and put him in the starting lineup and
So
go
you
small.
take out Brook?
I would take out Brook Lopez, go small with Giannis at the 5. Like, you got to try something right now.
Since we got to go, we got to keep this a little short. Man.
Yeah.
So I think everything you're saying is to a certain degree spot on. But there's more to it. I mean, Boozer is getting out coached. We've always saw that. Phoenix really, in my opinion, only did one thing. They won 2 games at home. It always, the series starts when they win.
But they done beat them 4 times. I know people like that's the regular season, but they done played 4 times, and Milwaukee ain't won a game yet. Like, something you look at.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I think the Clippers beat the Suns almost like 2, 3, or 4 times out of the series in the regular season.
Yeah, but they won a game, though. I'm saying these people ain't won a game yet.
I'm not really worried about that part. I feel like the style of play. I mean, Coach Buzz got to make a change. Brook Lopez. I've been screaming this for like 3 series now. You can't play Brook Lopez and Giannis on the floor at the same time. It takes away from Giannis in a certain sense, and take away from Brook Lopez. He's just standing around 3-point line. Then what happens is you have all these different matchups going back down on defense, and Brook Lopez always gets caught in a bad matchup.
Yep.
And he sits in the lane. He does not want to come out.
Nope.
And Giannis is caught in a bad matchup because he's playing the 4, and they're playing at the Bridges or they're playing Crowd at the 4.
Yep.
So it's a problem. You can't run that. So somebody's got to eventually say to yourself, hey, listen, we can't play both of y'all. We got to figure it out. Even I would say maybe play Forbes. I've said play Forbes a little bit more because Forbes can stop running Forbes off these screens. His shot selection is awful.
And JJ Redick coming out with them pick knocking.
It's not that his shot selection is awful.
Yeah.
So play more. Play so you give Giannis space. If you have Forbes and Forbes start hitting some shots, especially, you can put him out there. Giannis can kick it out to him. He's hitting threes. Connaughton is I don't care if he hit 4 threes out of that. He's awful.
Yeah.
And he makes the dumbest plays. Like, you watched the play when he threw the ball. It was a fast break. They switched out to him. He didn't shoot it. He tries to throw the ball across the middle. The guy beat the ball off. He was standing right there. I don't think it was Aiden. I think it was somebody else. That was Bridges.
It was Aiden, because Aiden was just running back.
I mean, he was literally standing right there in front of him. I'm like, why did you throw that pass? It's literally, and they were only up by, at the time, they were up by 6.
6 points.
So you score right there, you cut it down to 4, you can Phoenix start from the pressure. Come on, man. It's just, they play dumb basketball. They play like Middleton. I don't care if Middleton get the offense going or not. Do you see Middleton's shot selection is awful?
But I'm saying they don't help him out with the system.
No.
Give him something easy.
Middleton, he had something easy. They came down the fast break. It was 17 seconds. He comes down there. He doesn't let the offense set up. He just shoots a 3. It barely hit the rim.
Yeah.
His shot selection is awful. Drew Holiday's shot selection wasn't bad in the first quarter. He just kept missing layups.
Yeah.
Those left-hand layups weren't going in. And I wasn't mad at that. I was like, okay, he's just missing layups. But, man, like, you got 16 offensive rebounds and you lose by 10 points. Like, that don't make sense, man.
Bad, though.
That just tells me right then and there that, one, the putbacks you're putting in, they're not going in. And you're not dominating the game like you should. Young should not have 42. The next man has 11.
Yeah,
You call that man Batman.
He is, bro. He been
No.
When they win, it's
because of Middleton.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Yes.
When Middleton go off, like he did in the Brooklyn series,
Yeah.
they won.
Yes.
No, you're saying
Brooklyn and Atlanta.
No, you're saying it like
He's the best complete.
No. You're saying it like because they win is just because of his play, and that's not true. Giannis is still averaging 30 points.
Yeah, but Middleton has no X factor to go off for him to win.
But if you pull Giannis 30 away, what did they do?
Giannis was gone at Atlanta. They won.
What was
Middleton was the man.
Yes.
What was Middleton in the Brooklyn series, in Game 7? How about Game 1 or 2?
He struggled.
He struggled.
Oh, then what is it?
But I'm talking about to get. They wouldn't even go win the Game 7 one for Middleton.
Yeah.
No, they won Game 5. They would not win the Game 7 if it wasn't for Giannis.
Okay,
Right,
well,
Giannis
So
is
you're
gonna
saying
get
it like
gonna
you're
get his third.
No, but you're
Middleton's
saying
that X factor, dog.
No, you're saying
He's their closer.
he's supposed to be. He's the second best player on the
Right,
team.
but it seems like when he don't play well, they lose.
No, but that's his problem.
That's what I'm saying. So when
So
he win, he go for 30.
no.
They seem to be winning
Ain't
big.
no
Because you know
no.
why, Ray? Because he's their closer.
No,
He's got to be the one hitting the shot
An X
for the
factor.
last 4 or 5
An
minutes.
X factor is Bobby Portis. An X factor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
is
X factor is like a
Portis.
role
Is
player.
kind of it. That's a role player. You a star player. I should expect 20 to 25 points from you every single game.
True.
That's not X factor.
True.
That's expectations.
But I'm just saying.
You act like this dude don't have expectations. He should.
He should have it. He got
There's
expectations.
there's no such thing.
But I'm
as-
just saying, when he goes, the team goes. That's all I was saying.
No, the whole damn. But they need
Because
him.
he's
the second best player.
And he's their best player when it comes with 6 minutes left in the game.
And that's
But where the fuck was he at the last game?
He's been
He
missing
was
the last
nowhere.
2 games.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't care what it's about. That dude ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And that's why you can't really, and that's why people might say Giannis is a Batman. Because, I mean, a Robin.
With 6 minutes to
Because
go.
you can't really give him the ball down the
last
stretch
6
and make a
minutes,
play.
you can't.
Like, unless he getting it
No.
and forcing his way through the player, it's hard for
But then
Giannis.
you're going to get fouled and you can't make free throws.
Giannis had 20 points. 20 points in the third quarter.
He went off.
Oh, 20 points in the third quarter. He had 10 in the fourth. He had 8 in the last 5 minutes.
He rolled,
How
dog.
many points in Middleton have?
But that's why they lost.
Exactly. Because he doesn't play well.
playing well.
So you can't be a Batman if you don't play well all the
But
time.
Bud has to help him get
Yes.
some
Man,
better
listen,
shots,
he
dog.
does.
No, Bud put him on the post. Bud had him on the front.
Bud ain't running no set.
No, when that man ran the pick and roll and dude stripped the ball from behind, why you don't know that dude right behind you?
Yeah, I
He
mean,
got stripped the ball straight from behind. Listen,
get him a layup or two.
I'm
or
tired of
something,
Middleton. Excuses are tired. Middleton, we tired of excuses, bro. You gotta play
You gotta
ball.
stop. If not,
Drew
he gonna
Holiday,
stop.
you point shaving.
Yeah, Drew struggling.
You
dog.
point shaving, man. You are awful.
Drew looked like he
You
tired.
point
too.
shaving, man. Like, it don't even make sense. Yeah, because he never had a playoff run.
His legs look like they shot, dog.
It should-
And he been guarding the best.
shouldn't-
Chris Paul making that boy work, bro.
And make him work then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it don't matter.
But
It
Paul
don't
check-
matter.
and Chris Paul not even checking the ball. He checking like
No, he's checking. What's it called? He got to come out. That's who Chris Paul checking.
he checking the corner. Chris Paul checking.
He's checking. What's the dude hit the corners and hit the shots? And
Tuck-
PJ Tucker.
He chilling.
PJ Tucker's giving him nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, he need to come out the starting line.
And if I see that dude break down the court, why are you leaking out?
Yes.
It was 2 rebounds.
He can't shoot a layup anyway.
No, it was 2 or 3 rebounds. If he just would have stayed in there, he'd have got the rebound.
PJ
He
Tucker.
leaked down the court and then walked back down. I'm like, what is you doing?
That's who's giving you nothing. He's not stopping nobody. He ain't scoring. He's just out there.
Nah.
He's just
No,
out there.
it's like, yo,
and,
like-
and Chris Paul chilling because they got Chris Paul on him. He's just gonna go sit in the corner, and he ain't making the corner 3. So he gotta come out.
He
Paul resting.
made 1 corner 3 in the first quarter in game 2. And then he was a no-show.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at, I saw a rebound. I'm like, okay, why? The rebound leaks out, hits the ball.
Yeah.
He's down the court. I'm like, why is this dude down the court?
He need to come out.
He should never be down the court.
He's not giving him nothing.
He's not giving
He's giving him nothing. I'm just like, him and
He not even guarding Booker like tight like he was checking KD.
Because they put that pick and roll on. But they think it's smart. They run a set. They gonna get the
They run-
pick and roll.
Yeah,
to
they
the
come
person
and
they-
pick off,
but they
pick
run
pin
it-
down.
Yes.
and-
But they run that
Moving
double
him around.
stack. They run that double stacking screen.
They run it set.
And they run it with Book and Book peeled. But even when Book peeled off and hit a 3 at the top of the key, Tucker's supposed to good. Tucker went with his guy, the other guy. No, if you just stay on, don't switch. Why even switching?
Switching.
You don't have to. They're not force you to switch.
Fight over the pick. What happened to fighting over the pick?
Yeah, it just be
It's
easy to
just-
switch.
I don't know
They
what-
switch too easy.
I don't know
nowadays.
what the NBA play defense these days.
They don't want that contact though.
Bro, you fight over the pick.
Yeah.
Nobody
fights no
over
more.
the pick.
Yeah, everybody just switch it. They gonna let their big man get ate up on.
Yeah,
Don't do
because you
that.
can't blame Brook Lopez when you put me on an island with a Chris Paul. I'm 7'2", and you asking me to go up there.
But Chris Paul don't even want to get to the paint.
But that's the point.
Right,
He
Chris
won't
Paul,
get
he
right.
just want to get to that mid-range,
Yeah.
15-footer,
Yes.
be able to get some separation and shoot the
And
ball.
if kids watching,
He not even trying to get to the
and
paint.
if kids watching, there you go. You don't have to shoot threes, bro. Just work on your mid-range game. You don't
Yeah,
have to
that's
come out
legal.
here and shoot threes, bro.
Because even Booker not a real
Yeah,
great
Booker
three-point shooter.
mid-range assess. He'll make a couple. Chris Paul make a couple of threes.
Yeah,
but
they
they just don't take threes.
It's not their game. Like they
Yes.
know they limitate. They're not just out there chunking them. It's either Bridges
And that would be
or it's either
frustrating. And that would be frustrating.
Crowder.
That'd be frustrating me with Brooklyn, with Milwaukee, bro. Like, bro,
They
they're
just-
giving you threes for a reason.
Yeah,
Like my
that's
coach said, you're open for a reason. Like, punish. That should be punish them in the paint.
I don't mind a 3-point shot if it's inside outside. Like you
And Giannis should never
you know
take
they
a
know. I'm not listen.
He should
If
never.
it's open, bro, I tell
He
you.
pulled
no,
he pulled he was 1 for
He
5.
no, he should never take it.
He was 1 for
He
5.
letting the defense off the hook. when he
Yeah,
take it.
everybody says that, but he was 1 for 5. And he was 1 for 5 and 3. He didn't hit the 5.
Once you take that percentage all day, 1 for 5.
Yeah, but but that 1 for 5 still was 42. No, that's still that. First of all, he shot that. I think he shot 2 or 3 in the second half when he was rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that. He was rolling. So he was hitting.
He ain't never had from 3.
But he was hitting.
Yeah,
he
he
was
feeling good.
But he was hitting step back 3. I mean, not step back 3. He was hitting. He was hitting a fadeaway 2.
But he
You
get
know
to that
that.
mid. But he can get to that mid range anytime because when he drive, they bad back.
And then
they not coming up with pressure with what you want to say, force on force. They are backing back, so you can come real quick, stop, pull up. That's what he got to work
Well,
on.
is that the best thing for him? Yeah,
But that's what he gotta work on
But
this summer.
if he's mixing his game up, I ain't mad at the kids.
I would see him like the
He's
work
got
on his
so much
game.
growth.
Yeah,
The
he
kid got
just 26 or
tremendous growth.
26.
Everybody does. He's only 26.
Right, so
and
he
I'm
got
like,
a
people don't realize
ton.
he's got tremendous.
I would
growth
like to
now.
see him get like if he back into the little jump hook, just something easy.
But he did it.
Right,
He
just-
showed the jump hook the other day.
Right, as I'm saying, just be
Sometimes I
consistent
think
with it.
Giannis doesn't. I think sometimes Giannis doesn't. His confidence is in that move and always there.
Could be.
But then I also watched him when he was yelling at Drew Holiday, "Give me the ball."
Yeah.
And Drew Holiday, what the hell? He was
Drew-
looking at.
Drew-
He was looking over there somewhere at the bench, and then he kept looking, and dude, he finally threw it to him. And he came in, gave a jump hook, laid it up. Like when you rolling like that.
And Giannis got to go talk to a psyche or something, bro. When he at the free throw line, bro. He in his head, bro. You shooting air balls.
He shooting better when they count down.
Bro, you shooting air balls.
They shooting better when they doing the countdown.
Like, he need to go talk
He
to
was
somebody.
11 for 18.
That ain't bad. I'll take that.
And I ain't mad at that.
I'll take that.
I watched Shaq do shit.
11 for 18, I'll
I saw
take that.
Shaq do that. I saw a lot of players do that. I'm not mad at it.
He shoot an air ball like every game, bro.
I don't care if he shoots an air ball. It's a missed free throw.
Nah,
It don't matter.
Air ball, though.
Air ball,
Not an air ball.
but an air ball's a missed free throw.
No.
I mean, yeah, it is, but
It's a missed
it
free
looks
throw.
bad shooting a
It
free
looks bad, but it's a missed free throw.
Bro, nobody's guarding you. You can't hit the rim,
Hey,
bro.
man, I don't care if he shoot an air ball. I'm more focused on it. If he can give me over 50% shooting from the free throw line, I'm cool.
That ain't winning. That ain't winning, bro.
I'm like, I'm cool.
That's
I
not-
need at least 60.
No, at least
65.
70. At least 70.
11 is.
No,
I'm saying 11 18 is 11 18 is a good night for him at the
No,
line.
he should be shooting 70% from the free throw line, and that's just
And he has a nice stroke.
that's not even great. That's just
Who?
like decent.
So what player outside of KD shoots over 70% of
No, I said 70.
Shit,
I
LeBron
just
suck
said
at the
it.
free throw
Who?
line.
What's that? What
There's a
other
lot of
player?
cats suck at the free throw
Where?
line.
Who?
No, it's a lot of people shoot 70.
Who?
Shit, Kyrie.
Kyrie.
No.
Tatum.
That's not what I said.
No.
No. I said who outside of KD, who's 6'11", shoots over 70%.
Oh, you saying the height wise?
Brook Lopez.
No,
Brook
that's
Lopez,
boys.
yeah.
Brooke,
So we're talking-
Aiden.
We talking about
Aiden about
8
70%.
players in the entire league.
But I'm just saying, he
Give me 5.
He did. Okay, Brook Lopez, Aiden. I'm trying to go just get me big mans in my 6. Ingram.
You say
He's
what?
who?
Ingram.
Brandon
He
Ingram.
played a
Brandon Ingram.
He played a 2.
But it don't matter.
He played a 2.
He still. You
Come
said,
on, man.
What he said?
What? I said big
60,
man.
11.
You said
When
60,
you talking about big man, big man?
Well, KD really ain't a big man. If you want to,
But he played a 4 to 3 too.
But
All right, then you gotta give us more criteria,
Bro,
man.
Zion only shoots 6%.
bro,
And he's 6'5".
Okay, but that's on Zion. All these niggas should be shooting 70%.
No, they don't.
If Giannis gonna give me 11 for 18, I'll take it.
No, 11 for 18 is good for him.
I take that.
That's a great night for him, but
I take it.
I say average.
Yeah, I mean
He shoot like 40%.
and he has a solid stroke. It's not like this shit bad.
The dude shoot like 40% from the free throw.
I think it's confidence.
He need to go talk to somebody.
I think it's.
He airball at home.
Yeah, I think it's
But that's
more
what I'm
confidence.
saying.
The way he had.
It's
He can
confidence
say
for
it.
him.
That's what I'm saying.
It's confidence in him.
He's in his head.
Because it's his stroke, he trying to shoot
Yeah.
so perfect,
Yeah, he need
and
to
I
go
think
talk.
that's why
And
it comes
then
up
the
short.
crowd go to 1.
He
2.
shoot better when
Yeah,
they count
yeah,
down. He shoot better counting down.
Only thing I just look at him and I say sometimes he's waiting. He takes too long for him to get to that shot.
And the ref,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah, just
can't
get it
take,
and go.
and you can't take that long. They get hit way too long.
Oh,
He can take for the ball.
He
bro.
can do what the fuck he want.
He'll take about 12 seconds.
I ain't worried about him shooting no 12
He get the star
seconds.
call, bro.
I ain't worried. No, you trying to be petty.
No.
That's a little shit that nobody cares about. Only
No.
people who care about that is the opposite thing.
Till they start talking about it.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit.
But that's
man.
why they go talk to somebody. Dog.
But I do like the way the Suns are playing. I do like
Yeah.
Game 7.
it's
First game one booked.
2006.
I still think the Bucks will win in 16. I think they won four straight
What?
games.
Why you tripping?
No, I don't know about
I think so.
I don't.
I don't-
It's hard to see that big of a change, because then they getting killed on the boards. Like,
Yeah.
Ayton is a one-man record show on the board.
I did not get killed on the board.
Dog, Ayton had 16 rebounds in game 1.
Yeah, but what do you have in game 2?
Yeah, at least double figures.
He had 5.
Yeah, double-double.
He had 5.
No, he
bro.
had 10. He had 10
He
rebounds.
had
Yeah,
5
double-double.
He
rebounds,
had
man.
10. He had 11.
Pull it up, bro.
Pull it up.
Dog, he had a double-double.
He had 10 points,
No.
11 rebounds.
No, he
No.
didn't in the second
Yes, he
game.
did.
Dog, he had a
did not.
double-double in both
No, he
games.
did not, bro.
He didn't score a lot in the first game, but dog, he was killing
Yes,
them.
he did. The
I'm
first
telling-
game, he had 20. He
I'm
had
telling
20
I'm telling
like.
this stat line.
He had 20 like 19
He had-
boards.
he had-
20 and 17
killing them,
boards.
dog.
He had 10
No,
points, 11
the
rebounds.
Bucks have won a rebound battle in both games.
But Aiden had 11 rebounds, bro.
It don't look like it.
He had 11
No,
rebounds.
no, they're not killing him on the board.
They don't look like it.
You gotta start looking at your fast when you start.
No, I'm telling you,
Nah,
bro.
Aiden had 11 rebounds.
Aiden is
he
killing
didn't
them on the board.
no,
Like,
he's not
they're not
killing
getting
them
them in
on the
foul
boards.
trouble. They're
No,
not putting them in
I'm
foul
not saying
trouble.
that, but I'm just saying, on one man, he had 11 rebounds. He had 11 rebounds.
Aiden is playing well in the boards, and it's just they're
Nah,
not
game
making
two.
Aiden come out of the
He had 10
basket or
points,
nothing.
11 rebounds.
Game 2, Aiden played decent.
DJ 2 was decent, but game 1 he got a big game.
Yeah, but he
He's
impacted.
not killing them on the boards though. They're not getting killed on the boards. He had 10 and 11.
Yeah, so he had 10 and 11.
10 and 11 is decent.
Look at game 1.
Crowder had 11 and 10. Crowder had 10 boards.
That's what I'm saying, dog. The Bucks are too big to be getting killed on the boards.
They're not being beat on the boards. What are you talking
Dog,
about?
Giannis is not having a big game on the boards.
He had 12 boards. What are
That's
you
the same as
talking
Aiden. Brooke Lopez should be averaging more.
Now, Brook Lopez.
Brook
had-
Lopez-
about? He's still at the
Portis-
3-point line. What are you talking about?
Portis should be having more.
Yeah, Brook Lopez gave you like 5
And
rebounds.
Portis stopped. Look how many minutes Portis played, bro. How the fuck many boards supposed to get? He played 5 minutes.
But you know what?
That's Bucks' fault.
But you know what?
They're not getting beat on the boards. Your
It's
point
even.
don't make
It's by
sense.
even. It's by even.
It's even.
It's
I
by
think they were like
It don't look like it's
43.
even.
It's by even.
It don't look like it.
But-
You watching the
but-
game?
but what
You
I'm-
watching the Florida game? It don't look like
But
it's
what
even.
I'm watching is a lot of people may make a lot of it. Phoenix depth. 2 people got hurt. Is old boy gonna be able to play
Sarge
tomorrow?
and,
Now
Craig.
Sarge
Oh,
on
you
for
talking
the
about Craig.
season. It's Craig, because Craig gave you 10 points before he got hurt. And you know, and that's been the thing. And that's been the thing. Phoenix bench.
It's Bridges and is Johnson gonna bring their game in Milwaukee?
That's the key.
Well, it's always
Because no.
Always a role
Because-
player.
It's always got
Because Bridges 27
Yeah.
won that game.
Yeah, he not. I don't think I'm getting 27.
But that's the thing with Phoenix. Aiden not gonna have 10 points again. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Aiden ain't gonna have 10 points
Aiden
again.
ain't been no damn drum beat, bro.
But Aiden's been balling all
He's been
playoffs.
playing. He's been playing solid
playing well.
basketball.
But he will have more than 10 points.
We'll see.
No, he will.
Because the thing about Aiden, the thing about the game that you're seeing is it's not just Aiden. Aiden also is getting dominated on the on the defensive side of the ball. That's another thing. That's why Weston told him what he said to him. Like, listen, you still playing high level basketball. This kid is really good. Basically, what he's trying to say. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what Monty Williams broke down to
Yeah,
him.
because Aiden was missing some chippies around. He was getting this. He wasn't going strong. He got shot blocked by.
But when you say that-
Wilder, yeah.
like
No, that just wasn't being strong. Drew Holiday jumped. He blocked Booker shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he's talking
but
about.
Aiden brought the ball like they always. If you're a big man, you never bring the ball.
But though, you know who also makes that problem? Giannis does that. That's not an 80 issue. That's a big man issue in the NBA.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But they teach you never, because you bring it to.
But they're not. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not his issue. It's a big man issue.
But I don't have.
For Millie, it must be for everybody.
But I got Aiden getting you 18 tomorrow.
No,
I don't say. I think
game one, the boy had 22 and 19.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. So he's playing.
Nobody say he's not playing well, but at one point he was at 5-5, and you like he dominated game 2. He did it. He didn't do anything outside of that.
He didn't play well in game 2. Game 1, he killed.
He played solid in game 2.
No, but 22 and 19.
That's game 1.
That's what I said. Game 1. Game 2, he didn't play as well.
I said he played solid in game 2.
But if you're looking at Florida game, it don't look like the Bucks are really rebounding well. Like it seemed like Phoenix controlling the paint. Right? It's just like they controlling the backboard. Yeah, the numbers might even out.
Defensively.
But looking at him like, damn, Aiden just getting every rebound.
Defensively, they had a decent game, but they still got beat 16 offensive boards. So therefore, they're not dominating. They got beat.
It's about even.
But it's about them scoring. Listen, that means, first of all, that means Milwaukee's missing a lot of shots.
They are.
That's what that means. When you can get 43 boards and the other team has 46, that means Milwaukee's missing too many shots.
I like Phoenix guards, bro. They get in you, bro. They get in you.
I like the way listen, everybody know I'm a big Devin Booker fan.
They get in.
And his first game, he was shooting shit. He was awful in the first game. But in the second game, he played like I thought he would play. But my problem is, what I keep repeating, his scoring should be neutralized by Middleton. Middleton's scoring should be in at least about 20-25. So therefore, his 31 that he just had, I think last game, 31, 33, 38 maybe, it should not be as much of a factor because Middleton should give you 20-25 points.
Yep.
And then if you get Drew Holiday's 18, then you get the flow. Then you get 18-20 from the bench. That helps. But man, the bench didn't play bad last game. I think Bud went away from the bench way too early.
Porter's only 5 points.
And then it's like, bro,
5 minutes.
every time Phoenix needs, like, Milwaukee making a run, Chris Paul just got to answer, bro. Like, he answer every time.
So Chris Paul, I can get it now. Chris Paul's your guy for this series.
No,
because you playing well.
No,
you pick a series
Chris
every
Paul.
series.
Chris Paul.
No, you pick a series every series and try to jump on that bandwagon.
I'm breaking down the game, and I'm seeing the game.
You weren't acting like that when they played the Lakers.
No, right. But Chris Paul was hurt. Chris Paul when he was
you weren't acting like that when he played the Nuggets.
He was a shell of himself.
You weren't acting like that when you played the Nuggets.
He was playing with one arm when he played the Lakers. But I'm saying
the Nuggets, you didn't act like that either.
I'm analyzing the game. I'm breaking down every
breaking
series.
it down, kid.
And in this series, Chris Paul, every time they need him, even in the last 2 games against who they played, Clippers.
Yeah.
When Clippers were made a run, Chris Paul had an answer. It's like he's on a mission. Like I'm going to get a ring this year. Like nothing is stopping.
I think it's going to go back.
Because in game 6 and 7, what he had against the Clippers, 36, 35. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, since the Clippers series, he's been on a mission.
I think it's going
because Chris Paul, we've been asking him all his career.
Like I say, I think it's going.
Shoot more, Chris. Shoot.
It'll be 2-2 after this week. Well, it'll be 2-2 going back to Phoenix.
I got it going back 3-1.
Okay, well, we'll move on for that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to what's going on in the college sports, man. We gotta get some quick thoughts on this before our guests come in. Man, these college players get money right now. They're getting their marketing deals. They're making that money. They ball it. I love every second of it. Give me your thoughts, Key, on this. Like, what's going on with the NIL? And matter of fact, by the way, we need to bring Cash on so we can get him to talk about that a little bit too, man. So we can help him get a marketing deal, get some money. So let's talk about that real quick. What's your thoughts on it, right quick?
I think it's great. I think it's great for college and the players, right? Because now I think like you got Master P's son getting a $2 million deal, right? I know that, you know what I'm saying, who his dad is going to broker those deals or whatever. But now I think you'll get more players who will want to stay in college longer because they're making money now. You know what I'm saying? If you're making millions of dollars in college, it's no rush for you to go to the league because you got money to take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to have like these tech companies coming to these, because I think like these tech companies like HBCU sponsoring like kids and stuff. So now kids can develop more. They ain't got to feel like, bro, I got to go to the league to feed my family. I got to go overseas. I think it's going to help out the NBA and the college on developing kids because now I got money now. There's no need for me to rush to the NBA after 1 year to take care of my family. Just imagine if Zion was been on his likeness deal. how much money would he would have made?
He got paid.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's great. They should have been doing this for these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been pretty much making money off these kids all this years. You know, even when Ed O'Bannon came out days ago, you know, when they had the video game. So now you probably see the video games and shit.
Yeah, that game was lit
Yeah,
too.
you probably see the video games and everything come back now because kids get paid off it. So I just think it's great. It's great for the kids, and I think you're gonna see more kids now stay longer than 1 year in college.
Shit, I wouldn't do it. And I don't think the money you can make from the NIL deal outweigh if you're a top prospect. I'm gone. 1 year if I go.
But yeah,
if I decide to go to college, if they don't change the rule. If I go to college 1 year, like Zion, for example.
But yeah, players like that. I'm talking about like other people who's getting drafted late first round or early second round.
Yeah, like if you got a second round pick, I'll stay.
Yeah.
Right,
now, if you're top 1, 2, 3, of course you go. But I'm talking about kids.
First round, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm talking about kids who going late 20-something, 15. There's no need to be rushed now. I can stay a little more, develop my game.
But it's definitely great. I mean, schools don't still make billions, right? Like that's not gonna change just because of the NIL deal.
Yeah.
But it gives the kids an opportunity, man, to make some money, right? You know, then now they don't have to go get a job and, you know, have to worry about work study and all that kind of stuff, man. And I love it, bro. To be able to get paid off your image. Let's say, man, just think about what Reggie Bush would have got, bro, at USC back when them boys were rolling. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
A lot of players, bro. So
Shit.
it's long overdue. It's a good look, not only just for, you know, college sports, man. The women, you know, they can get their love too. Just like the girl that played for the New York Liberty, the chick that was having like triple-double. I forgot her name. She played for the #1 pick for the Liberty. She would have got paid last year. Like she was balling at Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now the women have an opportunity to get paid off their likeness, and just like the men can. And I think it's a nice playing field, bro. And I love it, bro. You know, we've been in college, bro. It's hard.
Now,
and it's hard, bro. Like not having meal money and shit like that,
right.
bro.
And Ray, just now, look what your pitch got to be now when you go recruit kids.
Bro,
like
what you gonna give me?
Yeah.
What you got lined up? And that's where the schools got to help these kids too. And I think in recruiting, look, I got XYZ company ready to help you, give you money in the NIL deal.
Just imagine
right, that's gonna help. That's gonna help with recruiting.
Ray, just imagine you going to Oregon.
Bro. And I wonder how that works too, like these big shoe companies.
Yeah.
How that's gonna work with the NIL deals. Are they gonna be able to?
They can't do your pitching.
Okay, I was about to say. I wonder how that was gonna
As
work.
a lineman, it's marketing brand, but the alignment is. I mean, the way you align your the alignment on that is most of those schools deal have a deal with the school.
Right. Okay.
So you can't necessarily.
Yeah, I was about to say like how that's gonna work. Boy, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, man, it's a good look.
It's independent of everything else.
Yeah, it's a good look, man. You know, in these boosters they got big time companies.
Telling you to come to my school.
I'll give you an NIL.
No, that's the thing.
That's gonna be the fine line. That's where the cheating gonna get in at. These boosters got these big time companies signing these kids to NIL deals or prospects coming in.
They're gonna be the pitch.
That's gonna be that fine line with the NCAA got to deal with, because the boosters gonna do it just to get the player that they want.
Yes.
Now I don't have to just give you money under the table.
Yes.
Sign you to NIL.
We got a tech deal come.
NIL deal now, bro. So
yes.
it's gonna be a big deal, bro. And I love it, man. Like give these kids something, bro. I mean, something's better. And people talk about what the education is. Dabo was like, I'll retire before we pay the kids. But education is not enough. Paying for a scholarship is not enough, man.
Well, his recruit.
When they're making billions.
His recruit gonna start getting low. You ain't trying to get kids no money. Shit.
Yeah,
Clemson gonna take a downfall.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, it's a good look.
I'm a big fan of what they're gonna do. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of money being spread out. I think, but I also want to make sure people monetize it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I like what Eric King is doing. You gonna keep shaking that, huh?
Trying to get the flavors around, right? You trying to get the flavors around.
I am a fan of what Eric King is doing as far as making sure that he gets the rest of his teammates involved, so that they're not outside looking in.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cats that's just not big time players.
Yeah, it's not big time players. But then also it says something about the guys who are coming in. They're gonna have to wait their turn to get to the bag, get to that money.
Yeah, that's true.
But hopefully, like I hope that the HBCUs can utilize this so they can be able to pull in those recruits that necessarily wouldn't think about them because of the fact they didn't have that factor, that money, that whatever's coming in. Now they have an opportunity to get to them. Yeah, and hopefully they can do that and be able to get to that money and make sure that so they can utilize the foundational. That's what I'm really more excited about is those players that can get to these schools and maybe the mid majors, HBCUs, those type of talent. Those type of guys, I'm excited for because I hope they can be able to utilize them in the best way possible.
And that's where your coach got to step in too and help these kids and talk to these corporate sponsors and to be able to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to help out too. But yeah, it's a good look, bro. I love it, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about what's going on, and hopefully, man, listen, I want to see what's going on with that. Let's get to the last topic before we get out of here, man. Before we get our guest on, please come on in a minute. Let's talk about
Sha'Carri.
Let's talk about Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri.
Dallas, Texas on.
Yes, sir.
Dallas, Texas on right there.
LSU, baby.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Now, unless you got a fight track team. I ain't gonna lie. They got
We run the track. We run the track, baby.
They're okay.
They got a fight track team.
They're okay.
Always.
But let's talk about Sha'Carri right quick. It's a lot going on with her. We know the issues. Give me your thoughts on it. Like, what do you think? We gotta make this pretty quick, but give me your thoughts on what do you feel like should have happened to her ultimately.
Rules are rules, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, granted, she's coping with the loss of her biological mother, but at the same time, rules are rules, and you gotta abide by it. I mean, that's just really what it is. I mean, you can't fault the Olympics for suspending her. It's just what it is. Like, as an athlete, certain things you just can't do as a regular person. And, granted, that may be her coping mechanism, but at the end of the day, man, rules are rules, and she gotta abide by it as an athlete, man. It's just with the life that they chose at the end of the day, bro.
And my thing with it, right, which is fact, rules are rules. My thing with it is, which is a dumbass rule to me, because it don't help you with no performance enhancement, none of that, right? But at the end of the day, bro, like you said, rules are rules. I like she came out and, warm it up and took it on the chin. She owned it, like, she human. She made a mistake. I love the way the alumni was behind her, you'll learn from this, you'll grow from this. You're 20, people make mistakes. Look up. She human at the end of the day. Everybody done made mistakes in their 20s, bro. She's dealing with, everybody deal with greed differently, right? So, I just felt like going forward, the Olympics need to change that, bro, where you shouldn't have to take a piss test for weed. And if they do, all the athletes just be like, we not going. And then they will force them to change the rule.
But you've been training for 4 years.
Yeah, I get it, but everybody
you gonna do what you're gonna do to go, dog.
But at the end, I'm saying for next year, for the next 4 years, they should band together and say that we need to change this.
Yeah.
Because it's not giving you a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
NBA don't test you no more. NFL don't test you no more. So they need to change their rules.
Let me get the final thoughts on this, man. Listen, first of all, I heard you said no. I don't commend her for coming. She didn't come clean. They caught her.
Yeah.
she tests.
I said she owned it once they caught her.
Who won't? I mean, it's public display now. Yeah. Of course you're gonna own it. You can't do anything else. Unless you're gonna lie and say you didn't.
No, I'm just saying she made no excuses. She said, I did it.
Yeah, you did, because they got you positive. That's what it is. Yeah, you smoked it.
But some people wouldn't even say shit. They were just like, I ain't.
You know what, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. If she wouldn't say so, I guarantee she'd be running right now. She'd be running that relay. She's actually put herself in the spotlight in the positive side and the negative side.
She's talking too much.
Number one, she talked too much, right? On Twitter and other places, because she's 21. That's what 21-year-olds do. People, I'm gonna put some real quick spin on this shit, right? So the thing about her is, I've been watching her since college. I mean, since actually high school. I know about her, but she's a phenom. She's actually probably a once in a generational talent, to be honest with you. And she's probably the best talent that they have to compete against the Jamaican women. And Jamaican women have been running the 100 and the 200 for a very long time, probably for the last 8 years. But the lady who's 34 years old, who just won the Jamaican Nationals, ran a 10.64, which is the second fastest race in the last, I don't know how long. I think maybe in the last 10 years, right? So Sha'Carri was actually our best chance to beat them.
Everybody wanted to see that race. Her and the girl from Jamaica.
And then the thing about Sha'Carri's not even in her prime yet. So the fact that she's not even there at that point says a lot of things about her. It says a lot that her talent is going to develop, and she keeps developing. But she's always had a problem. I've heard about her before, right? The issue with her is that is she really dedicated?
She better.
And the thing is, I guarantee you, her going to smoke weed ain't the first time. That was not. That's a coping mechanism.
She just got caught.
So the fact is, she didn't realize, she looked at her talent, that her talent be greater than the actual event. And nobody's bigger than the event.
Yeah, she probably thought they weren't going to send her home.
So it just didn't equate. And then I hated that people try to make this crusade about it. Like people try to use that as this domino effect to be like, oh, you know, like, oh, they should get rid of the marijuana. Why?
Because, bro, it don't give you a competitive advantage.
So
I can see if it was like, it's going to make me faster.
Let me ask you,
it's going to make me.
How does it do it? So you do know that, like, track, like football, like any other sport, like track, football, baseball, basketball, there is something up here, right? So the pressure of the game can be just as big as anything else.
Yeah.
You don't think it is?
It is. Mental, I get that.
So
but I'm saying.
You know she said she said herself that the pressure was getting to her.
That and her mother, she found out that her mother passed through like her agent, bro. Like that.
Okay. So, but
everybody grieved different.
But that may be her feelings not that close.
Maybe so.
I'm not speculating on that.
But still her mom.
I'm not speculating on that. This is what I'm talking about. She said the pressure of the event. So it could have been her mom. Her grandmother was there who raised her.
But it's her mom. Still her mom.
But listen, her grandmother was there who raised her. Right?
Yeah.
So the pressure, she said the pressure of everything, of her mother passing, of being the top athlete, of trying to go and show that she's the most dominant woman, sprinter in the last whatever, it got to her. So she used it as a coping mechanism. Dog, everything ain't always physical.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that's a bullshit ass rule.
Why?
It is, but
why is it a bullshit
Because
rule?
if America make taxes off the shit, why I can't smoke it, but everybody else can get rich off it?
It ain't legal, but it ain't legal throughout the United States.
It's legal in most damn of the United States.
No, it's not. It's only legal like 9 states.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But in her state, it was illegal. Right?
Then rules are rules.
No, it's not. It's illegal in her state.
It is legal in her state.
In Texas.
It's legal.
But
it's
no,
legal.
Texas is not. She was in Oregon. She bought it in Oregon.
What I'm saying, well, Oregon is illegal, right? Wherever she did it at is illegal, right?
No, but they took the event, put it in damn fucking New York City. Does that matter?
But all I'm just saying is, to me, is like
every person.
If every athlete say we not going next year, the Jamaicans,
Shit,
no,
they ain't doing that.
No.
You know how much money in doing the biggest stage in the Olympics,
that,
dog. They ain't
you,
doing
you,
that.
You don't have an Olympic without players.
Listen, player.
Man,
Them racial.
I'm gonna leave it like this. Hold on.
If everybody say they not going,
I'm gonna leave it.
We're gonna get to our game.
Hold on. I'm gonna leave it like this. Every athlete at the U.S. trials did not have a positive test.
I understand that, but
everybody's on the same stress. It's other people, mamas, who pass away. Certain things go on. Situations happen.
It is, but I'm just saying if everybody.
She just did not handle the situation right.
It's bigger than her. I'm saying if everybody come together and say, look, we want you to change.
For what? For who? Why?
I bet them Jamaica people be on there.
You do know it's an international rule, right? You know it's
it
international
is.
rule.
But you don't have an Olympic without the players.
We'll see.
But why if you're America,
just say every black person say. If every black person
so guess what? Every black person in America.
If they do it.
Guess what? If every black person in America.
If every black person not going.
If every black person on the track or whatever,
track, basketball,
and they don't have. Guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna perform without America.
Shit,
why they do it? They've been doing it without Russia. They've been doing it without Russia. They were canceled out. What are you talking about?
It wouldn't be the same.
Russia been ruled out because of steroids.
But Russia ain't black people. Black people.
It don't matter. They got rid of the whole country. They said, yo, you can't perform.
Black
people.
Black people.
That's what they did.
Black people on the Jamaican team. Black people over in fucking France. Black people in fucking.
No, but why would Jamaicans care? If I'm Jamaican, why would I care? Why would I care?
I'm just saying to stick together as people.
No, why? Why would I care? Why would I care about
because
I mean, Carol.
Because white folks stick together, Asian people stick
together.
They do,
brother.
And we're the only race like why I care about because she our own. That's what's wrong with our
But that takes away from.
That's what's wrong with our
But that takes away from the other women.
Because every race together.
It's bigger than just Sha'Carri, bro.
It is.
Right? Like we taking the spotlight away from these other women that worked hard
and did not
to run and get caught, bro.
Right,
we put this whole spotlight. Oh, we should boycott the Olympics. Oh, we shouldn't run. What about these other people that did the right thing?
I'm not.
When you say
they not
I just said that rule is bullshit.
I get the rule is bullshit, but the rule is in a place right now. Abide by it or don't run.
I'm talking about this shit. I'm talking about going forward in the next 3 years.
Who knows what it might change?
In the next 3 years, the rule needs to be changed.
It might. But at the same time, bro,
I'm not saying
Sha'Carri should have followed the rules, bro.
She owning up to her shit. She not going. She's 21. She'll be back in 3 years. But in 3 years,
she'll be at the World Championships next year.
In 3 years, I'm talking about in the Olympics. The Olympics be back in 3 years.
Olympics is big. The biggest stage ever.
So
the world for a sprinter, the World Championships actually.
But the marketing money from the Olympics is huge.
Huge.
It's huge. You in Tokyo.
Yeah, it's huge.
You in Japan. The biggest market of money to be made in the sponsors in Tokyo.
But
it's a big opportunity.
Nike still stood by.
Of course. I mean, it's great that they're still by. We don't want to take away from the other athletes, bro. These other women.
I'm not saying other athletes. All I'm saying
that did the right thing.
I'm saying going forward. I'm not talking about right now. They did right to say she can't go. But I'm saying going forward, everybody need to come together and say, look, we want y'all to change this rule. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
We'll see how it go, bro.
I ain't making no excuse for her. I'm just saying going forward, it's a bullshit rule.
We do, but we got a dope guest.
Man, we got a guest in the building, man. We ain't trying to listen to what you guys say.
We got a dope guest in the building.
Changing the rules for one person.
No, for
out there, like, let's change it for one person.
I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nothing.
And I want to get Tarik's opinion on that
I'm
rule
looking
too.
at Tarik now, man. Tell Tarik, Tarik, bro, your mic's not on. That's all I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah, it's the audio.
Yeah, it's audio.
When you join, you got to join with the audio.
Yeah, it's not on at all.
But yeah, I definitely want to get his opinion because he's definitely training athletes, these young kids now. Like we want to get that discussion.
I can't even hear you.
That's gonna be huge, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be.
I can't hear.
That's gonna. Yeah, we talking about Sha'Carri Richardson.
He act like he can't change the rule for one person, like.
Who is Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Donovan.
Oh.
It's consequences.
Man, it's absolutely bigger than her. And that's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying. Like, you're looking at it, I mean, people are looking at it like from her angle. But man, she's not ever gonna be bigger than the game. And the game is she's gotta be ready for anything else happening. And if she's never gonna be bigger than the game, it's never gonna happen that way. She's never gonna be beyond it. I mean, so if the rule's good enough internationally, it's good enough for her. Yep. She should have just abide by it.
I ain't saying, I'm not making an excuse for her. I still say they should change that rule. It's a bullshit.
No, because it's just as mental as it is physical.
I think white athletes will be on board with not being tested for marijuana.
Who wouldn't?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
So I said if all of them come together, they would change the rule. I'm not making it about her. I'm just saying I don't like the rule, period. Bro, y'all, I get what y'all saying, bro. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying I don't like the rule, period. It's a bad rule. Because it don't get you, it ain't making you faster. Yeah, it might be.
It's the mental part of the game.
Okay, that's fine.
Mental is a lot in sports.
It's cerebral. And if she's not.
We should help people who want to be mental.
But that means she's not focused.
No.
She wasn't dribbling focused. She wasn't. If you got
some people can have like what's my man on first team tape? What's his name? What's the receiver name? Brandon Marshall, right?
Okay.
We should help people in the society who have mental state of mind,
get it.
right?
But he's bipolar. What's that got to do with her?
Okay, what I'm just saying. You just
that
saying.
don't even make sense.
Oh.
She bipolar.
Okay, we can disagree on that, bro. No, it ain't bipolar. Let's
get our guest.
Let's hear from Tarik, man.
We got Tarik.
We got a guest right here. How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? So let me get you up to date real quick. Hold on. Let me get him up. Hold on. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it officially in a minute, but I wanted to speak on this really quickly. We're talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. We're talking about the fact that what happened with her and how, Black America went on like a sort of a crusade because of the fact that she got caught smoking weed, and they felt like she still should be able to race. And I look at it, not only the rules are the rules, but the fact remains is she's the only person that was positive. So everybody else still abide by the rules, did what they had to do, got to the games, and ran their race. And she's the only athlete out of all those athletes that didn't take care of herself the way she did, take care of her business. So we want to get your feeling on, like, do you feel like it was justly done that the U.S. Olympics was like, no, you can't run? Well, I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like, yo, she should have kept race, or do you feel like, hey, it is what it is, she should just abide by the rules? I don't know, your face say like, yo, like you feel like she should be able to race.
It's a bullshit rule.
But hold on. You gotta remember, you're saying the states league, but it's an international rule. All right, so
She's running at the World Championships.
She's not at the American Championships.
Let that man speak.
Do you think that? When you say so, let me get a follow up on that. So what do you mean when she said who she is? Because the world's really getting to know her. She's not accomplished talent yet.
They brought Michael Phelps back when he was suspended when he got caught.
Wait, first of all, you're doing the same Negro stuff that a lot of people do. Like you're lying, you're misaligning your facts. And
Michael Phelps wasn't
Michael Phelps got caught in the off season. That's what.
But he was suspended, right?
He was.
And right.
90 days. It was in the off season.
She and he like he said she would have been back for the relay.
No. She got suspended for 30. Hold on. What you're not allowing, you should go read a little bit more about this, right? So here's what it is. They didn't tell everybody when she officially came to her with that suspension, with the suspension and the program they offered for her. She supposed to got 90 days. The Michael Phelps got 90 days. She supposed to got 90 days. They said, listen, we'll put you in the drug rehab program for 30, right, to get you back on there. Then, out of nowhere, remember this now, she goes on Twitter, does her little Twitter thing, and does the conversation, talk all about what is going on, all that other stuff. And then next thing you know, they announce out of nowhere, hey, she ain't going to be able to run. I guarantee you, like I told y'all earlier, she'd have stayed quiet, she'd be at that rate. Because they want her there. No, she's the best prospect to win.
They want to shut up and be a good girl.
I think they feel like, and I give Key on this one. I feel like Key said this. Key's right. I think they wanted her to be like, listen, we're giving you this second chance. Take the 30 days. Because they gave her the suspension on 28. They knew. They could have, if they wanted to be a real asshole, they could have waited like a week later. They knew, like, hey, listen, they give her the suspension immediately.
Bullshit.
So she can be ready for the relays. I think, and when she kept talking and on Twitter, and she did a little interview, and she didn't seem, because to me, I ain't gonna lie, she didn't seem very remorseful. She felt like, yo, I went through this, and it is what it is. And I think that's where they felt like, you know what? She doesn't seem like she really cares. We got the rest of these ladies here. We can't just have her feeling like, yo, like she's bigger than the game.
Yeah.
And as they made an example of her.
Yeah.
Exactly what they did to her. I felt like if she would have stayed quiet, if she would have been on, and then the rest of these people tried to do some like crusade of like, oh, we should legalize. Now we should all legalize marijuana throughout the world. Like, man, it just started making sense because they try to use her as an example.
Well, it's gonna happen eventually.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck about all that. I just said the rule is done.
But you're looking at her talent.
Well, ain't shit gonna happen to me because they don't test me. Well, you know, because my company know that's some bullshit. They probably wouldn't have no employees. The fucking rule is dumb. I get all that, but I'm saying even companies now are testing people. Like,
She made a bad decision.
but Donovan, she owning up to her. I'm not. What that happened with her. I'm saying moving forward, they need to change that dumbass rule.
We'll see.
Yeah, they do.
They probably will.
They do.
I'm sure the world evolves all the time.
Let me ask you.
You gotta get with the times.
Let's get with the
What's the times? Hold on, let me ask you one more thing.
The times now. Most states have.
No, but you
legal to smoke weed.
Do you not know? Most states don't. Number one, number two. We're not in. This is a fucking international games. And hold on, if you don't really realize this, Olympics actually for amateurs. It's actually an amateur game. You don't realize it's actually for amateurs. They have professionals race in it, but it's really for amateurs. And the reason why the rule
I
is
bet
for
they
both.
changed that rule.
Well, I bet you they don't.
I bet they don't.
I bet you they don't. I bet you they don't. Because
Remember I said it
they don't
first.
care. They don't
Remember I
care
said it
about her.
first.
They
It ain't about her.
They don't care about her.
At the end of the day, I bet they changed that.
I bet you they don't.
Watch.
They don't.
Okay, we'll see. Man, it's weed, man. It ain't crack.
No.
It ain't crack. It's weed. It's weed, bro. It's from the earth, bro.
Weed ain't legal across the world. So how you gonna say it? How you gonna change?
I'm just saying. I bet in the next few years, weed gonna be like alcohol. Mark my word.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where?
It's the same thing how they started with alcohol. A few states, because people are making money. They're getting paid off the weed right now.
You can't get weed in Germany. You can't get weed in Germany. You can't buy it. You can't do anything. Weed ain't legal in Germany. It ain't weed. Weed ain't legal in Italy.
Weed ain't
legal in Africa.
I say
so. Like where you? Australia. It ain't. I'm not sure. I think it ain't legal there either.
Mark my word. In the next 10 to 15
As my man Stephen they say, stay off the weed, man.
Stay off the weed.
All
she wait was 2 more months.
In the next 10, 15 years, that shit gonna be legal.
Stay off the weed. Man, we got a great guest in the building.
So Tarik, man, let's jump into the interview, and I'm gonna let you go right here, Doc. The interview, announce the boy right here. You got him in the building. Go for it.
Welcome to the show, my brother. Yes, sir.
All right, miss.
So look, man, we're gonna dive right into it, man. Look, we love what you're doing with the school. So just walk us through like your background, like, tell us a little bit about yourself. Damn, though, you went to a lot of schools, man. Yep, you did a good job. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Yep. Jersey, right? Right. Then, yeah. That's a good look.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me ask a quick question. How do you say you start off with a particular number of students and you can't graduate up to 30 students. How do you fund your school to keep it open so that you can be able to keep increasing enrollment?
So it is a private school.
Right.
Tuition kind of, helps us out a lot. And we got a strong board. Our board members kind of backed us a little bit, and they kind of helped us get off the ground with a lot of resources, not only financially, but a lot of resources that kind of helped us stay strong early on. So at this point, we drive in, just trying to just keep giving, the community and the kids a really good product.
And you don't use any government assistance? Oh wow, that's great, man.
Yeah,
That's great. Yeah.
So what this all key on? You kind of hit on who inspired you to start, how you started the school. So where did you get the inspiration from? Because you kind of went into how you were inspired.
I think, so I got a lot of friends, man, they always tell me, like, I was their first trainer when we was kids because I was always working out, and I was always pushing them to do better. So I think, like, my inspiration is just really just helping, other people and kids, more importantly, reach their goals. So we got a lot of, like I said, we ended with 30 kids, and all of my kids at our school, their goal is to play Division I basketball.
Right.
We've been doing this for 3 years. We have 3 graduating classes.
Oh, nice.
That means our oldest group is juniors right now, and we have over 60 kids that have been offered by Division I schools already.
That's a good look.
And so, yeah, and so do you get, like, the kids who can't afford to go there, because most private schools, do you guys get them, like, scholarships to come there, like, especially?
We do have scholarships on, like I said, from our board backed us with a few families who couldn't afford it. So we had some really, really kids that were, inner city kids, man, that was kind of like messed up, financially. And I really thought that they could benefit from it. And our child brought them in, or whatever, based on our board helped us out with that, whatever, because there's a lot of funding for a kid,
Yeah.
to educate a kid, so
Done.
You're gonna be like a foot or 6, 7, or up. You're gonna be out of, fish out of water. So
Yeah, that's facts.
those, resources early to really be able to make it.
Yeah, that's facts.
So it comes to our next question then. How do you recruit that type of talent to come to your school? I mean, you're competing against a lot of organizations, and some of these academies are already established. You got the IMGs. You got, what's the school in Florida? It's Monte Verde or something like that. You got St. Patrick's. You got a lot of these schools. You got powerhouses. How do you recruit against? You got Sierra.
I'll be honest with you, but honestly, we, at this point, I hear every year about competitors, and I'm not saying this arrogantly, I'm really saying this, like, we really don't have a competitor because those schools, they use the word academy, but they are a school, and we're a school too, but the difference between them and us is that they might be a boarding school, and a kid might go there, and they do their trainings, after school, before school, things like that. Our training is integrated into our curriculum. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So instead of someone to my school, instead of him going to art, he get away from doing script conditioning. Instead of him going to music, he got a court.
Right.
So we really, we really don't have any competitors because it's a lot, man. Like a lot of people try this, they look at it like they can make a couple of quick bucks or whatever, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. I just
Right.
me and my partner, we're like the perfect storm. She comes from she ran a tennis academy. She
Right.
was on the academic side, and me, being a trainer, and knowing how to like really, develop kids. Not just there's a lot of trainers who train kids, train players, and they make them sweat. But like I pride myself on really making kids better.
So let me ask you a question then. So you walk into a young mother or a young father, both parents, maybe just a single family home. What's your pitch? Because with moms, I can see them looking at it like, yeah, great, I want my kid to be, hopefully he can make it to the NBA. But they also look at it like, hopefully. They don't look at it as, they're not strong on the fact that it's going to happen. And they probably looking at their child as being more well-rounded of a person, and they're looking for that. So what's your pitch to them when you walk into there and you tell them like, hey, listen, we're this is what we do. Like, what's your pitch to them to make them like, hey, all right, you should look at this organization. This is our organization.
It's not like that no more. Like,
Okay.
like these kids are LeBron babies, you know what I'm saying? And, what I mean by that is, watch LeBron go from, this sport kid from Akron who signed for $100 million and was riding around the house, right? So these are essentially his kids. Like the parents today, they push their kids hard. Like you said, they kind of come into a hopeful. Like I hope we make it. Not like everybody kind of. A lot of these parents today, they not like that. Basketball parents, moms, single
No flossing on the ground, man. That's true. Okay. Yeah. That's big. Mm. Oh, that's big. Wow. Do you so wow. Wow. Mm. That's big. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. For life, bro.
You damaged your credit immediately, huh?
Yeah, credit card off the break.
You damaged your credit immediately.
Credit card off the break.
You know what I mean? Like,
And they had the college campus waiting on you.
let me get that credit card, bro. Like, cause you wait for your parents? Oh, Lord, no.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, and they waiting on
Immediate
college
damage.
dumb kids.
Yeah, bro.
Immediate damage.
Fat. Yeah, throwback was popping back then, dog.
Man, not me.
But look, man, I got a 2-part question, man. So, do you get pushback from other schools, like in your area, because of the formula that you have? And then talk about, do you guys have expansion plans through the grades that you currently have? Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's what they think. Like bad, they don't look at the educational piece. They look at like it's just a basketball school. Yep.
Oh, I found that out for the last 2 years.
At COVID, bro.
That's another thing that kind of helped my school. Like, people wasn't really open to the idea, but COVID. Now, like I said, I did this 2 years prior to COVID, and after COVID, people was more like, oh, like, oh, we did the virtual, we did the homeschool, and although we got teachers in our school teaching, we're not just this year because of COVID, we had to be online based.
Yeah.
So we had a tutor, instructor come in and work with the kids every day. But it wasn't a certified teacher. Whereas this year we got certified teachers.
Okay. So do you guys expansion plans on,
Yeah, expansion is we got a girls basketball academy that's starting this year. So last year we had 5 girls amongst our 25 boys, and now we opened it up to have a girls sector, for girls playing on adding football and a couple other sports.
that's a good look, bro.
In the future next year. Yep.
So, what were some of the challenges that you faced, when you was laying down like the foundation from, starting the school, the blueprint for the school?
I think the biggest thing is just understanding, like you could, now most people, that's our flyers, they could, out here, we have phone calls, interviews, but nobody understands it until they come in. So there's a lot of tedious work of, having to show people the school and walk them through the day. It's like, even though I'm explaining it to you, you can envision it, but it's really not as clear as it should be until you see it.
Yeah.
You see it because, like I said, no other school is doing it.
Yeah.
So when you see it, then it's like, I get it. If you was a college athlete, it's almost like how you might have had 2 classes, then you might have had film, you might have weight room, you might have individual workouts, or whatever it is, weight room, things like that. And you on that type of, time management schedule. That's what our kids are on. So these people are time management skills, but they have zero time to kind of like
Bullshit around. Yeah.
Yeah, they get right to it, but that's what they signed up for. They are kids, but they signed up to be these level athletes, the players, and the thing about what we've done, you've seen champions for them come and do it, and you've seen the success that these kids have had going through it.
Yeah.
Man, listen, Tarik, man, this is great. I have a hard time wrapping my head around a school or an academy where all you gotta do is work on your future profession.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I ain't gonna be like, I would not be sitting at this table right here at all if I could have just did that. Like if I if I grew up in this generation, I could just be like, listen, I'm gonna do this. I ain't gotta do nothing else. This is what I'm gonna work on. This is what I'm gonna be like, Mom, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I'm out there, I'm training.
That's
and
crazy,
I'm working,
bro.
because to me, I love the grind.
Yeah.
The grind to me was just as deep as the actual game. It's like I get out here because I'm competitive, so I'm gonna compete in all aspects, practice, everything else. So the fact that I can do just that, I ain't gotta risk injuries, I ain't gotta risk any other issues. I can just focus on this right here and prepare my body, my mind for trying to be a professional, and utilize the skill set you guys are developing so we can become professionals and be smart at business as we move forward. Man, listen, man, I'm wrapping my head around this. This should have been like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
This should have been out there 30 years. This type of blueprint, I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't.
Because I think like it's been out there for tennis, it's been out there for some other sports.
Yeah.
The sport where it's like majority is African American.
Yep.
They're not gonna tell you, like they're not gonna. That's not what they want. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I saw a doc on Tennis Academy that was out in Canada, had Andre Agassi.
That shit
Stephen
crazy,
Brown,
bro.
had all the top talent. Dude had everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it goes. They, it's just different. So, me being a black man and understanding what we go through, I think it's important that we, educate our kids. That really, that's the whole mission, is changing how we educate student athletes.
Yep. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're here.
we hear you.
So
Just changing how we educate student athletes is the whole mission. I went to school and teachers used to tell all of us, all my friends, like,
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then we think too, just like the NBA is the end be all, right? Like there's a lot of cats making a ton of money overseas, getting exposure to other countries that they never probably thought they would go to another country. Man, like basketball is big now. It's global.
Yeah. Coach, agent.
Yeah, bro.
Right. It's more than one way to be a professional.
Yep, I love it. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, we had a question about recruiting and trust. I ain't asking you that one. I want to ask you this: the NIL. How you guys are using that to incorporate that in what you're doing in your organization? You just saw a kid just signed for $1 million at 16 years old. Is going to play for the Overtime Elite. I think it's Overtime Elite League or Overtime Elite team for $1 million. He wants to be a professor. He doesn't want to go the college route. You guys know now. You talk about recruitment, getting you guys scholarships and to the different programs. But now with NIL, how are you guys utilizing that and also being able? Say it again. Right.
Love it. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta go get it, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True. Yeah,
exactly.
Bro. Facts.
Right. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. But you hear it again, you be like.
I was about to say something, but I don't want to put nobody's son on blast.
But that's key though. So how do you guys monetize it? Because you got 6th to 8th graders, right? And that's the beginning essence of it. You know, like right then and there, like, hey, right now because you're gonna have eventually you're gonna have a player to come to you and say, you know what, I ain't going to college. I'm trying to go to one of these leagues, professional leagues out here that's gonna pay me $1 million. How can I develop that buzz so I get to that point and develop my game and the buzz at the same time so I can get there and make that type of money? Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's crazy.
And you already talking about, and you already teaching financial responsibility, so that all works together.
Love it.
In conjunction. Absolutely. That's dope, man. We gotta ask you the basketball question. We're gonna get off here. We're gonna get off here everyday
Hoops,
thing.
baby.
Well, can you call him and tell him to show up? Can you tell him to show up, please? He's your guy. Can you call him and tell him to show
JD
up?
say he point shaving.
He took 2 questions. He just took 2 questions.
Yeah, we don't talk about that all the time. Never had. And hold on, and remember now, Giannis is 26. So Tarik, you got a 26 athlete who can be special. What would you do with his talent to get him to that next level? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think about Devin Booker, right? Like a lot of people now are talking about Kobe, modeling his game after Kobe. Kobe is his mentor. He idolized Kobe. What do you think that can take Booker to the next level? Yeah. Yeah, some similar parts of the game. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure, though. Yep. Injury prone. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have this prisoner in the moment. We are a prisoner moment society now. Like everything's got to be. He's got to be the greatest person in life. He's got to be the greatest player ever. It's like, bro, chill. He had a good season. It's a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So look, since you talk about like the best point guard, if CP3 wins this title, where would you rank him in your top? Would he be top 5 now, or he's still outside the top 5 point guards? Mm. But then, so you think Chris Paul is the top 5 right now? Point guard, point guard. Because like not no chip or just in general. Right. Okay. Give me your top 5 point guards then. Come on, man. You're a basketball head, man.
We ain't gotta do all that, man. We ain't gotta do no top 5 point guards. We understand what you're saying. We ain't gotta do all that. We understand because listen, at the end of the day, everybody's trying to put CP3 as a top 5 player. I mean, top 5 point guard, and you got to move over Stockton. You got to move over Magic. You got to move over Isaiah. It's a lot of guards, and it's really a generational thing because the generation before that gonna be like, nah, you got to talk about anybody else. You know what I mean? Oscar Robinson, anybody, anybody gonna have something. Nate Archibald, they're gonna be like anybody. Everybody gonna have their own thing. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So this.
You ducked that one, though. You ducked that, though.
So this gonna be a 2-part question, right? Because me and the guys kind of went on this, but I'm gonna ask you first. The first one is gonna be a part 2. What is it like coaching your son and watch him go through the recruiting process? And then once you answer that, what you felt about the other day when LeBron's son was playing, and put yourself in that position. You hear the announcer, what he said. You know what I'm saying? If you was in LeBron's shoes, do you handle that after the game? Or do you handle that? Remember some guys that work was having this conversation. Or do you handle that at the moment he did? Or should have waited? You know what I'm saying? At halftime or after the game to have that conversation with that. Or you just take down a mental note and be like, all right, what's his name? Make sure he don't ref no games no more. But just how you, so those 2 points. Yes, announce games. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Well, that's another whole conversation. Yeah, because I don't think either. But that goes to the question you were saying early with like people. If you put it in your face, because it have other people on that team better than him. But no, stick to your comments. Stick to what you were saying. Mm-hmm. He average. He decent. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Didn't. Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and then.
But do you do it right? But the second part of that question, do you do it right then and there? You stop the game? Because he like stop the game. Or do you wait till the game over? Huh? You had to? Okay.
Yeah. So talk about the recruitment process with
Whoa,
your son.
whoa.
No, you gotta talk about his coaching his son.
He ain't talking about coaching son, man.
Yeah.
We're done with the recruitment process.
I was just talking
Let's
about.
move on. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, we listen.
So
Go ahead, we
yeah,
listen.
no, talk about coaching your son.
Coaching your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're past that. So they separate home and
Yeah.
right.
Block you out.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
Right.
Yeah, it comes
But
out
it
different.
takes different. Trust me, I know. You can say the same thing and somebody else come say it, they take it to heart.
But it's a different voice.
Yes. Yes.
But you're still dad.
Yes. Yeah. Different. Right.
Yeah.
Well, they do that when they're younger, right? Everything you say is like God.
The message dries up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me ask
Dad,
you,
get
let me ask
on
you
me
a question.
too hard.
How was you with your dad? How was you with your, as far as training wise? So he. Gotcha. Because I mean, I look at it like this. I mean, I figure like if with your relationship with your kid, at one point the message is gonna get a little dry. He's gonna get tired of kind of hearing you complain, and then if you're not separating that from home, and you bring that in the house too, and y'all watching the film together, he's gonna basically be like, listen, man, like yo, like, I'm at home. I don't want to hear it. Right. 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 That's dope, man. Oh, that's great. Is Alabama State University one of those offers? Alabama State University, is that one of those offers? I'm gonna put the word in. Make sure it works out. We're gonna get them down here with Mo. We're gonna get them down here with Mo. We're gonna get them down here with Mo. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna get them down here with Mo.
Absolutely. I was just about to ask you about the
yeah. Before we get you out of here, let's talk about that a little bit. And you just said you just put it out there. Your thoughts on like building those schools. Like, give me your thoughts on that. Like sending those D1 athletes back to the HBCUs that were previously in the '60s and sometimes in the '70s, and they put it in the previous times before that. Get your thoughts on like how can we get that back going and get that talent back? Because you're around talent all the time.
Yeah.
How can we get them interested in getting the HBCUs?
Need a whole. Yeah. Yeah. They go over real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. But yeah, man, like we truly thank you for jumping on the show, man. Give us all your website to your school.
Let me ask one question. Let me ask one question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
One more question. All right, so you saw what's the school? Sierra Leone, where Bronny plays at, right? They're okay. Excuse me. That's a African culture. Sorry.
She diamonds out here.
That's an African culture. Hold on. So I didn't get it all wrong.
You're talking diamonds.
Blood diamonds. Anyway, so you watching all that talent going, and they got a kid named, I think it's Amari Baby. Amazing talent. Great player. Yeah, all right. You know where I'm going. So one of your players is a big time talent that you and a famous rapper keeps coming to the games, and then out of nowhere he's dating the moms. How you deal with those type of situations, those high profile situations that go on in your organization, being that you have like a player like that? Because you never know, man. Listen, you spending 9 through 12. Drake may come looking for another potential mom or to be stepfather too. Like, how do you deal with those situations? Knowing that you may have this high profile talent coming to your organization, coming to your school, watching the games, and deal with those situations. How do you guys deal with that type of situation, knowing that, hey, it it can come down your alley really soon. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Go ahead and let it out. Listen, we're no PG here. Let it out. Like Drake. Everybody feel like Drake came there for a reason. And I saw his mom. I saw dude's mom. I was like, oh wow. Hey, he may have been fishing, bro. Yeah. I see her. I see her. And then I looked at her on her Instagram. I said, damn. I was like, damn, I see why.
Hey, but listen.
Okay. And that's why he's originally from Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who is she? Right. Yeah.
Cause she walked right by him though. She wanted to be seen. Yeah. But you know how it be at them AAU tournaments, bro. You already know how it be at those AAU tournaments.
But like I said, how would you deal with that type of situation for yourself and your organization?
Yeah.
Coach, you the man of it's you coach your team.
Yeah, you can't say shit.
I mean, you gonna be like how you, if that type of it could be. But I'm talking about you, like your organization. You have somebody come through. You have the type of talent playing on your team, and that mom's is like this mom, or a situation in that narrative. How do you deal with the high profile talent being around you? Being that it can change the way your team performs, it can change the way different things happen. I mean, it could be a lot of different association things to it. Like, how do you deal with it? I mean, the Drake situation is interesting. I just put that as an example. But in general, if you had that type of person around. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Let me ask you another follow-up question. So even the AAU market, so it's a kid right now that's getting a lot of attention. I think his name is Hansel Emmanuel. The kid that plays, he only plays with one arm. He only has one arm, right? He doesn't have a left arm. So left arm been amputated. He has the right arm. He plays it and he plays with that. Just that kid alone, like when you look at that type of talent, you look at that, like what can he do moving forward? Like what's your thoughts on that? Like do you feel like he's a real pro out there? Because one of my friends who's an AAU coach said down in Houston said he thought he was a real pro. Like he could be a pro player. He said he don't know what level of pro, but But he feel like that kid can be a pro player. When you see something like that talent at that level, what can you think of? What do you think about that?
I don't think so.
Yo, he get yeah. What do you do?
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, who would take a chance on him?
Right.
You got it, Jack.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, bro.
It's gonna be hard, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good.
But yeah, man, like so Tarik, bro, we thank you for jumping on the show, man. Give us all your school website, Instagram, Facebook, how people can get in touch with you that's listening to the show. Okay.
That's where you can find us at. And we also have two other Student Athlete Academy in Jay as well.
Awesome, man.
How far are you from New York, bro?
The school is actually about 25 to 28 minutes away from New York City.
All right, because I be up there all the time, man. I got to get with you, bro. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be up there for the NBA draft. So, you know what I'm saying? So I got...
That man ain't got time for you,
letting
man.
you know he's going to be at the draft,
No,
by
no,
the way.
I'm not saying that.
That's what he plugging.
He's letting you know that I'm going to be at the draft.
but no.
Come through, bro.
No, but I'm saying if I could, I'm just saying if I could, since I'm up there, I'm going to reach out.
Yeah,
I also, you know what I'm saying, I'm just on some shit too that, you know what I'm saying, the stuff you doing, bro, I like to bring my son up there for a little training, bro. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? So I got one in college and I got one which is in Pennsylvania. And you know what I'm saying? I got one, coming up in middle school. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Because he's doing the kind of the same thing.
Right there. Absolutely.
Yeah, resources, bro, about networking.
Yeah, that's
if you
all.
ain't networking, you ain't working.
That's all I'm saying, dog. So, this Keon talking.
Keon, you know, bro.
I know. Like your boy talking. I know your voice.
So you coming for the draft?
Yeah, I'm coming for the draft, bro. I'm gonna be up there on the draft. That's why I said definitely gonna reach out. I'm definitely gonna hit you up.
He about that life.
I'm definitely gonna hit you up for sure. Nah, take me, bro.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. That's dope. It's good to get y'all together.
I'm definitely gonna hit you up though. I'm gonna be up there.
Yeah, that's a good look, bro.
All right, so bro, we gonna because you got your name, you got your son Miles' name up there.
Yeah.
Donovan, man, we give you final words, man, so we can get you, so we can.
Yeah, man, anytime, man. This was dope. It was
Oh, definitely. We've already been on it, brother.
Yeah.
Nice, already been on it, man. Once again, thank you for joining the show, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks, bro.
The knowledge you brought to us today, man, is something we're gonna be able to utilize, and at the same time, man, we want to keep supporting you and supporting your university, or your academy, excuse me, and moving forward, man. So whatever you need from us, just let us know.
Thanks.
I appreciate y'all, man. Love.
All right, thanks, Tarik, man.
Yeah.
All right, take care. All right, fellas, man, that was another
Good show. Good
another great
information,
show
bro.
right there.
Good information.
You know what I mean? We appreciate having the guests on. Man, you know, we want to give our final thoughts we got here. So I'm gonna start with you, Donovan. I'm still recording. Give your final thoughts before we get out of here, brother.
It's good luck.
And you ain't cut nobody off today from the Zoom. We might need to keep you on.
He
Zoom.
growing, bro.
We might need to keep you on Zoom.
He growing, dog. It's about growing. It's growth. It's growth.
Even though you took 2 questions today, though. Yeah, definitely, bro. Cause definitely I'm be in the city.
He gonna be live on the gram, like yo. I'm in the elite NBA exclusive
With
party.
my Oregon Brothers shit on too, bro. Come through, y'all. Tell me how you feel about making the draft on the Oregon Brothers.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it was a good look today, man. And like I said, it's great information, man. You know, just like I said, these academies, bro, that's building kids from an athletic standpoint, and they're still getting the education. Like that's huge, bro. So you know, definitely a great show, man. It feel good to be back in the building. You know, with my crew. You know, big things coming, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, another great episode. You know what I'm
Good
saying?
information.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm gonna be in the Grove on Tuesday. Looking forward to seeing my peoples.
Holly Grove.
I'll be in Holly Grove. Though I ain't been home in 2 years. So I'm looking forward to going home on Tuesday. So you know, another great episode.
Good luck.
I'll let your boy.
Yes, sir. I got mine. JD.
Nah, man, you go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say.
Nah, I'm good, man. We out here. D Springs, enjoy the crib, bro. Yeah, it was a good one, man. We out here.
You're a Currency fan, huh?
New album.
Actually, it came out last week.
New.
It's a new joint.
New to you.
But last week still new. Is it good?
I mean, it's Currency. He has a very different style.
It is.
To me, it is, but it's not. Everybody don't like Currency. I've seen him perform like 5 times. So everybody, like I told you, everybody's not there. I was so hot.
I like wordplay.
I was so hot, man. It made no sense.
You was high.
You don't realize Currency smoked. That's all
I thought
did.
you said you were.
I was.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
No, dog. That's all they do. Smoke weed in there. It's concerts.
Oh, I thought you said listen to him last week.
No, no, I wasn't. I said, but I went to his concert.
Oh,
I
no.
seen him 5 times.
Yeah, I
He was
heard you
hot.
said that, but I thought you said when you were listening to it
No.
last week. I
He was.
like,
I'm
what?
just talking about he was hot, dog. When you get
Oh,
him,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
all they
he
do is
smoke.
smoke.
Yeah, he was smoking.
Dog, that thing be how you fry.
Him, shit, when you hang with Snoop Dogg, him,
But then one of my boys gave me something. He gave me some weed while we were smoking, while we were sitting there watching the concert. We were watching the concert. And he gave me something. That shit had me so fucking damn buzzed. I gotta go make it home.
you smoked it or you ate the edible?
No, I smoked it.